Within Inspire, we harness the power of football to bring about change. We passionately believe that football can be at the forefront of challenging societies in some of its attitudes and beliefs. I believe it's time for us to give sexism the red card, and I believe football can be at the forefront of bringing in that change.
No. Yeah, Jesse. Oh my.
Pledge United is a charity based out in Indonesia. They approached us, talked about collaborating, trying to turn their 8-week curriculum into a 6-week curriculum that would fit the UK school system. So I was fortunate enough to pilot that.
So if I'm on the green team, it's a 1v1.
The first half of the session we'd coach, we'd teach football like you would if we were coaching any other lesson or coaching a football session. And then we go inside to the changing rooms and we'd have conversations around gender discrimination and gender-based violence.
How do you defend what's right? When it comes to speaking about this type of stuff around gender and females, how do you challenge what's right, and is that easy or hard to do?
It's obviously a heavy topic, but for us as a football club to pilot that meant we got better engagement. It's a topic of conversation that, because it's hard, sometimes just doesn't get talked about, and that feeds the silent majority. That's what causes the problem. That's what causes us to not be able to make meaningful change. But as a football club, we get really, really good engagement because of the power of the badge. So the students were much more willing to engage in conversation when it was part of a football session, part of a football club's input in there. So yeah, it was us piloting the study, trying to change the culture in their school, trying to get them to think about what would it mean for them to change their setting, change their attitudes to challenge behaviours if they saw something that wasn't right.
For us as a school, it's important for the boys to kind of understand how to treat women correctly, and it's kind of challenging that behaviour. And I think we see that a lot, especially as they get to sort of year 9, 10 and 11, we can get some behaviour where you then start to see them kind of behave inappropriately towards the girls, and that becomes a common theme, so kind of challenging it at an early point is always a good thing. I think this would be really positive, especially for boys around year 9 and 10, to have these discussions and understand more about what they're saying and how they're behaving, especially towards the girls, so that we kind of can challenge that behaviour, not just in the changing room, but within school and then within the wider society as well. And it kind of links well with wider PSHE topics, especially as we move towards like the summer. We do a lot to do with like relationships and things like that. So kind of if they have a positive attitude towards women in general, I think they're more likely to have a positive attitude towards relationships as well.
The young people ask some really thoughtful questions about what goes on in the change room, and you know, if something does go wrong or someone says something out of line, who deals with that and how do they escalate it in an according manner. And I thought you know, the questions that they were asking and the way they were thinking was really along the right lines to see that positive change happen. I think football can be a really powerful vehicle moving forwards to change the attitudes towards women, and obviously the discrimination as well. One thing that we're blessed with is that the sport is so popular and a lot of people want to get involved, and you get a lot of youngsters looking up to the older players and experienced players, and once you see how they're behaving, you kind of take those mannerisms off them, and if you have good role models higher up, then that should lead to better behaviour coming through, and also better attitudes obviously towards women, which is really important, because it's not just about tiptoeing around the edges and making sure that you're seen to be doing the right thing. It's also changing those beliefs and passing those beliefs on to the next generation.
Pledge United is a programme that helps teenage boys understand the issues of toxic masculinity. Within the UK, Ofsted reported 9 out of 10 girls have experienced some form of gender-based violence. That is why Inspire, working in collaboration with Cambridge United, have been able to bring this programme to the UK. The programme is split into 2 halves. The first half, we talk about the issues around gender-based violence. Then the second half, we enable these young teenage boys to become an agent of change as they try and help bring about gender equality within their schools, communities and football clubs. We are excited about building upon the success of our trial programme and now doing more. Alongside Cambridge United, we want to go into more schools, into more communities, so more young people can make the pledge to respect, so we'll see our places, our schools and communities safer for the next generation of girls and women. We want to give sexism the red card, and we're excited about the future collaboration together.
Respect, respect, respect.